me turn my volume up a little. I just paused it.
Oh.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So you can run around. It's fine. Hi, hi, Jeanette. How are you feeling? Hi, Joe. I hope you guys didn't get inundated with any bad weather from Debbie. Hello, Joe. How are you? Well, let's see. I guess I should say my thing, right? Hi, friends. My name's JoAnn, and this is to Crochet Curious. That's for anybody watching the replay. I'm doing all right. You know, it's been kind of a tough week. We had some challenges getting to California to stay with my mom, and so yeah, I'm with you, Jeanette. One day at a time is a good way to do it. So my husband has gone, he went home yesterday. He's just found that he needs to be home for doctor's appointments and whatnot, so he went back for that. And he's just more comfortable at home anyway, so I will be here to sometime around the end of the month. And yeah, it started off pretty slow here as far as crochet goes, but I do have a few things to show you guys today. But we'll just talk for a few minutes and give people a chance to join. Hi, Tammy. You know, it took me a while to figure out what GTSY means. I thought people just said I'm gutsy. But good to see you. Yes, thank you. It's good to be here with you guys. So, I I have to apologize because I never got my drawing up. The first drawing of August never got posted. I've now not even done a video for it. I'm hoping Sherry joins us today because Sherry, it's her birthday today. So we want to say happy birthday to her if we get a chance. I don't know what that is. Hi, Deborah. It looks like you have a chicken, or maybe it isn't a chicken. You guys' little identity circles are so tiny. It kind of looks like a chicken, but it could have been the top of a dog's head too. I really can't tell. So, is everybody keeping dry and keeping the floors dry? No flooding? My sister, hi Christine. Oh, it's your dog. I'm sorry. It's so tiny. I couldn't tell. Because it's on my iPad screen, so. Hi, Noelle. My sister, her daughter, my niece, is moving to Florida, and I saw the weather there this morning. So they're looking at hundreds. They're on the west coast of Florida. And they had 100-degree temperatures after all that rain went through, so I can only imagine how nice and humid it is there. So I'm happy for dry heat, and it doesn't get too humid where I live, but here in California it's pretty dry. Noelle says hi to everyone. Christine says hi. Deborah says hi to everyone. Yeah, so Jeanette is with us. She was the first person to pop on. So, yeah, I got some goodies to show today. So, you guys been staying out of trouble? If you don't ask my mother, I've been staying out of trouble. But if you were to ask her, she probably would say that I'm not. But we're not going to ask her. Isn't that cute? I can see I have a whisker right there. Don't look. Okay, so, oh, doing the cat blanket. Those stitches look so cute close up. My goodness. There is, so I had talked last Sunday. How's my mom doing? My mom's doing pretty good. She had a week off from chemo. She started up again on Friday. So first few days are kind of rough, but she's doing all right. You know, day by day. We're waiting for some information back from tests and stuff. But, you know, we're just in it for the day by day. She didn't want to go on camera today because she's not purple. She doesn't have purple eyebrows or hair, so. Hi, Sherry. Happy birthday. Now I know I'm going to catch Nightbot talking to somebody who's going to send too many emojis to her for her birthday. Or maybe I'll make it me so Nightbot can get mad at me, and then I can turn him off. Sherry, I hope you're having a good birthday. Jeanette, somebody sent you a beautiful shawl with tiny pearls. Wow, that's cool. Well, talk about sending you a hug, huh? So, I'll wait for people to respond to that, but yeah, I had gone off my yarn diet briefly, so the yarn arrived. It is so pretty. I'm gonna show it off. So this is from Expression Fiber Arts, and the label says a positive twist on yarn, and I gotta say her colorways are gorgeous. My sassy sister Tank sent me a shawl made with the Rena's stained glass yarn. Very nice. So Expression Fiber Arts is Charlotte, North Carolina. She has a website, and I got one, there was only one of these. It is from the Pearlescent Worsted line. 50% superwash merino wool, 50% mulberry silk. 220 yards, 201 meters. And this is the December Holly is the colorway. And aww, Sherry, always thinking about other people. I'll tell you about that in a second. So this is mistletoe, no, December Holly. I got it. And I really want to pop this open, but I'm afraid I won't get it back together again. Ooh, here you go. You could see lots of good colors there. So it's just 220 yards, so I'll probably make a little cowl or something out of it, or maybe a hat. It's really nice. So that was just a little break in my yarn diet. But then, hi Maisie. Let's see. See if anybody else came in. So then I had to get like a whole set. My mom laughed. I said, well, it was the last day of July, which is my birthday month when I placed the order. Right? This is called Come to Light Hues, and it is pearlescent worsted also. Same stats, except it says 1,100 yards in the whole package. Isn't that pretty? Now she takes her inspirations from pictures, and so when you go on her site, I really like these tones. When you go on her site, she'll have a picture and that's where she gets her color inspirations, color combination inspiration from. It was difficult. Now she does have a monthly thing, which I'm going to think about and maybe sign up for getting just a monthly skein or two from her. But I have a lot of yarn to use up, you guys, so I might wait a little while for that. I really want to be a good steward and use my use my yarn up and stop whining about not having enough. Since I have plenty. So yeah. Okay, so Sherry said, thank you for the birthday wishes. I'm getting ready to make a sassy yarn cake. Shandi, yeah, that is her name, Shandi. I like her too. And she has very friendly emails she's been sending me. Sherry had sent me a picture of Sherry sent me a picture of what her sassy cakes look like, and they're something. So she wants to make one to give away today, and she also has a yarn cozy, a cake cozy, and like I have one she made me here, and it's holding my cookie yarn, what's left of my first skein for my, I'll show you that project in a minute. But this is the shape of a cake, so I can put a cake in there and have it kind of hold it together so it doesn't all yarn barf all over the place. Very handy. So Sherry says, yes, JoAnn and I just did a great yarn swap. We did. She sent me some great yarn, and ooh, that sounds pretty. She sent me some great bigger yarn that she doesn't like using the big yarn, and I sent her a bunch of more worsted weight kind of yarn and a few other things, but so she wrote up a pattern on her community tab for the cake bag. Oh, good. Now, and I think you're using like 2 yarns together, right? That's what it looks like to me. I like it. It's really nice. Got a a little bobble there to tighten it, and then it has a drawstring. It's a very nice little bag. I'll have to check out the pattern. So right now she's making a rose color with Universe Sparkle with mixed colors. That's going to be very pretty. So Sherry, I'll let Sherry be in charge of it. She wants to do a giveaway for that today. So Sherry, let's wait a little bit, see if we get a few more people here, and 2 yarns make it thicker, and I add stretchy yarn to sew. Yeah, cool. It's a good idea. I did not pack a ton of yarn with me, but I did. I packed some, obviously. But I have a few things. I barely worked on anything. I just had a tough week. There was a lot of stuff going on, and plus we got a little burned out. Thank you for that link to it. We got a little burned out because our air conditioning went out in the heat driving to California, so it made for a very hot ride, and yeah. So that's 2 vehicles we have. My poor husband, it's 2 vehicles we have that are down with air conditioning issues, and then my daughter went home, and it's not an air conditioning issue we thought it was, but hers is the starter went out on her car. Oh, okay, Sherry. And then the lawnmower, right before we left, he was trying to mow the lawn and the lawnmower broke down. So there's just a ton of things like falling apart at my house. So, yeah. Well, I just told him, you know, you just take care of yourself and just do a little. There's nothing critical there. We'll just live with whatever, you know. So I'll be flying home when I go, and so we don't have to worry about the air conditioning, really. It's getting on to the end of our summer. So, I don't know. Let's see. So, I apologize, though. I did not get my drawing up. I haven't recorded it or anything, the drawing for this shawl. So, that'll be a priority this week to get the drawing up for that. And I missed some messages there. Let's see. Maisie says, happy birthday, Sherry. How kind of you to make a gift to give away on your birthday. Tammy sounds very nice. Sherry, I actually wrote up a pattern. Okay, and then she put the link. Noelle, wait. No, Maisie said, I made one of the little variation. It works great to keep the cakes together. There you go. Noelle has made some sea turtles. Christine, lemons and blueberries. I don't know what. Oh, You think my shawl makes you think of lemons and blueberries, huh? It's called pansy. Purple, you know those purple and yellow pansies? And blue and white pansies. It's those colors. Yeah, it's expensive. My husband, you know, we tend to have older vehicles because he was a mechanic for many years, and so he can work on older vehicles. But the older we get, the less fun it is for him. So, hi, Tank. Um. So yeah. So I'm sorry for being delinquent on that, but I will get that posted this week. Yeah, those giant pansies are cool. So the second shawl has gotten some love this week. It's getting a little bigger. I put a stitch marker on here to show when I started working on it. Since last weekend, I've gotten like, I don't know, 3 repeats. I'm on my 4th repeat. So I'm almost to the end of the first skein, and then I have one more skein. And I don't think it'll be quite as big as the other one, but that's okay. Yes, jewel tones, definitely. So, what else? I made a couple donations. I was having problems with one of these, I'll tell you. Let's see if I can find it. So I started making this last weekend. And you can see I got this, the cap done of the hat. Then I started doing basket weave, but with the detail on the yarn, I was having a terrible time. You know, like, what am I doing? Am I front post, back post? What am I supposed to be doing here? Because the colors were giving me clues that things were sticking out when they really weren't, and vice versa. So I finally, after a couple basket weave rows, decided, and frogging it back a few times because I could see I was messing up, I just switched to another stitch and finished the hat. Because I frogged it back a couple of times, and then I thought, I'm never going to finish this thing. So you can either fold it up a little or not. Let me see if I can find a obvious back to it. Probably here. There we go. Covers the ears. So that one is done. Well, it'll be done soon after I weave that in. Then I made this one. And this one I started with a really big hook, and then I went down to a smaller hook. Then we did some together stitches, and then some halves here. So it's quite open at the top. I was trying to decide if this was going to eventually be a slouchy hat. And then I used the rest of the yarn with another yarn to make a scarf. Only thing I don't like about this scarf is it slopes. It's like tight on this side and flexible on this side. So it has a like a curve to it if you hold it up. You can see that it curves. I guess that's a tension issue. But I'm sure somebody will enjoy it anyway because it's fluffy. And it matches the hat, and I just have to weave in some ends. So I said I was going to get a couple donations done while I was here. I haven't done any elephant squares. I started another hat using a 5-weight, one of my mill ends, and I think a 7 or 8 millimeter hook. And this one is not going to be horribly soft, but it'll be warm. Oh, let's see. I had some messages here. Love the hat. Wow, that basket weave looks great. Cute hat. I just bought a car in April. Well, my mom paid for it. Part of early inheritance, and they sold it to me with 2 bent rear rims. Tires weren't balanced, and I had to pay for a tire alignment. Ouch. Well, at least it's safe now. Maisie says, cute hat. Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Hi, JoAnn. Hello, everyone in chat. I'll be lurking in the background as usual. You do that, my dear. Wow, you're working on all kinds of things. Well, actually, I was frustrated with myself with that basket weave hat because hats don't take that long for me. And then for that thing, it took me like 3 or 4 days. I was like, please. So I needed to whip out a couple hats. So, what else? Sherry's just made myself a snow shoveling hat. I hate wearing hats and I hate shoveling snow, so they work well together. What is a snow shoveling hat? Does it cover your ears? I can't wear hats with all my hair. I will sweat in 0 degrees. I'm sure taking care of your mom keeps you busy and work. Well, yes and no. I mean, it's not that hard of work helping my mom out. Yeah, it just was it was just a disjointed kind of a week, so. Hi, Ellie. So, yeah, my plan is to work on, continue working on the shawl, try to get some of my videos posted. I still haven't edited any of the videos I did before, and I haven't done my drawing video yet, so that needs to be a priority, to get that one first. And then I'm also going to join in the Fall Fest. So I got to decide what I'm going to do for that. I will be sharing. Ooh, caterpillar beanie. I saw her wearing. Oh, she was. Gosh, it was pretty. When did I see that? This morning or last night? And she was showing off her granny square and one yarn that she got, and in browns, and she was wearing a hat called something. And I thought, oh, I think I'd like to make that hat. I'll have to go back and listen to it and see what it's called again. But I do enjoy making hats, so sometimes I just need mindless stuff like scarves. Scarves are easy to do, and I can use a big hook like I like with whatever size yarn I want. Do I put borders on my shawls? You know what? Some shawls make their own borders, and that is nice. I like that. I have not made so many shawls that I could tell you that I've put a border on one. I haven't. I think if you, well, okay, I guess that isn't entirely true. Like, I finished a shawl recently, well, actually, even this shawl. When I finished it, I just did a couple of rows of half double crochets to finish off the shawl, because it has, you know, all this other stuff going on. So I ended with the setup for the front post back post on this, and then added to that, because I thought it needed more, two or three, I can't remember, 2 rows it looks like of half doubles on top of it. And my colors changed a little, you know, while I was doing it, so that was nice. And you know, I had very little yarn left. I said, okay, that's it, I'm done. So that's all I've done is, like, yeah, I've never done shells or picots, but I'm sure that there's some great videos out there for that. Yeah, if you guys have suggestions or you have your own, let us know. Yeah, I like to have something quick to work on sometimes. This shawl, I'm using the same Bag O' Day shawl pattern for both shawls this month. And it's a pretty easy pattern. Carmen at Annie Design Crochet has some free shawl patterns, and she sometimes has borders. I like picots. Yeah, I have, you know, on my list of so many things. I have a book of borders, and I've looked at, you know, maybe trying some of those. By the time I'm ready for a border, though, I've pretty much had it with a project, so. Bag O' Day ended her shawl along with a picot border. And you did the shawl along, right? If I remember right, Christine. Somebody else did it too that I've seen. Yeah. And so do you have a video showing you're finished? Just showing what the final looks like. Cool. We'll have to check that out. Yeah. And congratulations, Christine. I've been watching your channel grow a bit. That's cool. Glad to see it. Oh, so I was saying, I get distracted. I was saying I'm going to do Fall Fest this year. And so Fall Fest, I will be putting out a video September 2nd, and it'll be out there from September 2nd to 8th. Or no, I have to provide mine during that time. And then we'll have a drawing October 2nd to 8th. But during that time, during the month that we're waiting for the semi-finalist drawing, where I will pick somebody to be in the grand prize drawing. During that time, I will be sharing different channels' videos on my community tab. So if you want to follow along there, or you want to go to Gail Southern Living, you can see them all on a playlist. But I don't know how you'll know if you've seen it already. I don't know. But anyway, I plan on sharing them all on my community tab, and hopefully giving you guys a chance to see. Thank you. Wanted to finish the cake of yarn. I used the coconut cake, and the picot didn't look right, so I was just looking for ideas. Okay. Yeah, I find the stitches in crochet are so beautiful that, you know, simple is a lot of times very satisfying to me, which may or may not be a good thing when I'm supposed to be curious about so much stuff. But for instance, I mean, just look at these. These are the simplest of stitches, and yet the yarn just gives them a life and a story, and the angles. I mean, it's just cool looking. It's very, it's an art statement in my mind. I like to take pictures of the different yarns and patterns that I do, so that I can use them as backdrops on pictures and on thumbnails and stuff. But, you know, I mean, it excites me to look at the side, to look at the front, to stack them, to roll them. I like all of it. It all looks very cool to me. I'll show you. I've done this with multicolored yarn, and it looks really cool. You know, just taking a picture of it like this, and to me, the textures are fun to squish. Yeah, I mean, it's just so, I just think yarn is beautiful. It's such a great medium. I want to do the twisted fringe. I think once you get the hang of it, it will be very easy. I don't love fringe, but maybe, you know, that's what it is. That's the things you do at the end of a project, and that's my problem. I'm at the end of the project, and I'm like, I'm done with this one. So if finishing the project was a different challenge or a different sort of project, and I gave it a week or two and then came back and then did the finishing, then I might be able to look at it a little differently than am I done yet, which is how I get sometimes at the end of a project. And I'm just being honest, I have a hard time with that, you know. It's project exhaustion. I get tired of looking at something. You know, this, I love the look of these are the same stitches, you guys. Up here and down here. It's the same stitch. Not down here, but these and these is just a difference in hook size. I added fringe to a poncho. It was like over 1,000 of them. Oh my gosh. It was tiring, but I love the feel of it swishing around. Yeah, sometimes it feels like we're all 6-year-olds, huh? With our magic wands and our ballerina dresses and whatever. So wanted to mention some more about Fall Fest and our comfort chickens. Fall Fest, I am not required to provide a winner. I mean, I provide who I picked. Uh-oh. Your professional cake winder. Ooh. It's still in the box. You can't find your regular cake winder. Where is it hiding? It seems like an odd thing to lose. But I think I would enjoy having a 10-ouncer. But what I really am impressed by is I've seen Bag O'Day use her winder, and hers is automated. Yeah, Maisie, I like simple too. Until I don't, then, you know, and then I curse myself. How did I get into this? Why am I doing this? It's like, I want to make my gnome kit. What is a professional cake winder? It's hiding off somewhere. See, I don't even have one with me, so I can't, I mean, unless I hand wind this yarn, I can't use it till I get home. So, Maisie, it can do a 10-ounce cake of yarn. Someone who winds your cake for you. So, oh, sorry guys. It's in many pieces. You can do it. It's okay, there's no time limit, Sherry. No time limit. So, Fall Fest, back to Fall Fest. I wanted to just say that I'll be picking a couple of semifinalists to go on to the main drawing that'll be conducted by Gail Southern Living. And then whoever is selected as the winner of that drawing, her drawing, will receive a gift from every one of the hosts, channel hosts, that are participating. So if she gets 50 people, you'll get 50 gifts. If it's, you know, 80, which is her goal, is to have 80 channels doing it, you would get 80 gifts. And it might be, like, I'm going to donate a handmade item for that. I bought myself a wooden yarn genie. It has 5 hanging spindles with it. I love it, but you work from the outside and you can use cakes, but no wound balls. Oh, interesting. So I don't have to, but you know how I roll with my giveaways, so I will be doing some giveaways for that as well. And yeah, I'll work up some details. Like if you watch something through my community tab and then you leave a message on my community tab, maybe that will put you in a drawing. I don't know. We'll figure something out so that I know what's going on. My new hair color is beautiful. Thank you. This is actually the original, which was like this. Sort of teal, right? From several months ago. And I found in my bathroom I still had some purple conditioner from using Overtone to color my hair, and they sell conditioner with coloring in it so you can refresh your color. Well, obviously I did not purple my hair. I tealed it, but I had purple conditioner. So I was unafraid and I put it on my hair to see what would happen. And I got this blue and this purple here out of it. And I don't have any more of it. It's all gone. So now we'll just see what happens. It'll just fade out. And eventually I have some purple and I'll purple all my hair. Or something will happen. I don't know. But it's not something I'm worrying about today. Ones that I ever see, you know, that ever see my hair pretty much, except for my family, so I'm not too worried about it. Occasionally I have to go to a meeting for work, and I walked in a couple weeks ago to a meeting and with my hair, and they all went, "Ugh," but they got over it pretty fast, so. I'm trying to imagine what a wooden yarn genie with 5 hanging spindles looks like. And I know you sent me a picture, but I guess I wasn't really grasping that it had so many spindles on it. I finally figured out how to use the one I got. It's not a yarn genie as much as a, I don't know. It's like a spindle that spins. And you know, I slide the, you can put a cake on it, but I also figured out how to put a skein on it. And as long as it's not a huge skein, you know, a long skein, the shorter skeins, I can slide it right on there and then work from the outside of the skein, and it works fine. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, let's see. I did get that Knit Picks yarn winder recently, and what happened? I was using it. I must have put it together wrong. Something happened when I was using it, and it, like, the yarn like flew off of it. But I think I put it together wrong somehow. And then I figured it out after that. It's been a while, so I don't remember exactly how that happened, but I have a lot of fun yarn to play with. I brought a lot of hat and scarf yarn, and then I have Christmas yarn for Elfin Squares that I have not made any more of since I've been here. And I may just use the other yarn and make whatever I've got and finish my shawl. I wanted to get some donations done, and I still have time on the Elfin Squares, so Elfin Squares, however you say that. And I keep forgetting to check in with Dana and see if she's full up yet. Oh, it didn't break. No, I think I just put it together a little wrong. There's a screw thing on the bottom, and I think I didn't seat it properly. I fixed it. Just surprised me when the yarn flew off of it. I love my Yarn Swift. I don't know how I ever lived without one. I really, really like my Yarn Swift. And it's not an expensive one. It was just an umbrella style I got from Amazon. So, what do you guys want to talk about today? Got any questions? Oh, and by the way, so Sherry, this is one of the stitch markers that you sent me. Is this, did you make this? No, my yarn winder that I got from Knit Picks, the purple one that they sell. Um, yeah, I did something wrong and my yarn flew off of it. But then I had to go back and look at how I put it together, and I saw that I did something that maybe wasn't right, and I figured it out. So, you know, sometimes just gotta address the obvious breakage. Your stitch markers are very nice. Yeah, my mom and I are getting along just fine. We always do. I lived with her for many years when I was single, a single mom, and it's we're close. She hasn't beat me at anything yet. She's a very competitive game player, but I guess she hasn't really felt like playing, or she's afraid I'll beat her. Since I'm giving off that aura of being, you know, so good at everything. She's looking at me like, what? Now she's going to want to beat me at something. So, yeah, we're just hanging out, trying not to get too warm. Of course, she's cold all the time, so she doesn't want anything that does cooling, and I don't want anything that heats things up, so... Of course. No, I do recognize it's a blessing. Yeah, I always want to, you know, call myself to be cognizant of what I have and not take it for granted. So. Hello, Michelle. I figured you didn't mean Jello. Yeah, we're just hanging out. And I have you know, yeah, I gotta be. I just gotta be part of my DNA, I guess. But I am super grateful. It's funny because, you know, here I go MIA for a week and I actually gained like 10 subscribers while I was gone. So I just want to say how thankful I am and how grateful I am for you guys. That you spend time with me. And I know people like the giveaways, but I know that beyond that, that there's quite a few people who genuinely seem to enjoy spending time with me, and I appreciate that very much. So, the second shawl that I'm making, this is, as I said, a bag o' day pattern, and I did buy the pattern off of her Etsy shop because I try to support that. There we go. So out of the first 600 meters, I have this much left, which is probably another I don't know, 3 repeats maybe, or 4. It's still pretty small, really. But we're getting to the point where the repeats go through more color, because it does get bigger every round, except for this spacing round. So anyway, so my mom lives right next door to me across the yard. That's fun. Yeah, in my family, we can never get quite that far away from each other. If you live near somebody, they pretty much live in your house. So there's been very few years. My husband and I celebrate this year 25 years of marriage, and during all that time, there's been very few years when we didn't have a family member or 2 or more living in our house. So yeah, it's good to have family around. Yeah, definitely. Well, Ellie's going to start a new hat. Now, is this your own design, or you're going to make somebody else's design? What are you working on there, Ellie? uh, Noelle, are you the one that lives in, oh, your own design, okay. Noelle, are you the one that lives in Wisconsin? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I noticed that about your address, Sherry. All right, we used to have a family reunion every year. My grandmother had, how many brothers and sisters did Grandma Vi have? 11? Mom?
You're talking about my grandmother?
Yeah, how many kids did she have?
Oh dear, 8.
8.
Including a set of twins.
Yeah, my grandmother was one of 8, and all their names started with a V. think about that. Wow, that's a lot of kids. Working a little yarn bar for the moment. Cool. That's great. Yeah, we didn't grow up very close to family, so I don't know my family, my extended family very well. But we lived across the country pretty much from everybody else, so. Wow. So, Sherry, what do you say we do a little... Uh-oh, hi Beverly. JoAnn, how far do you live from your mom? She lives in the Bay Area in California, which is, mid-state. And I live up in Washington State. So we're about 1,000 miles apart. Oh, good, Beverly. I'm glad. Wow. That's a lot. Big families. So, Sherry, what do you say? You want to do the drawing? Okay, the winner's now only for the lower 48. Okay. Yeah, let me know if you want me to do something, or shipping to Canada too expensive. I hear ya. Oops. So as I mentioned earlier, Sherry's going to give away a sassy cake, which is the sassy cake is a cake that she puts together herself, and ooh, Ellie, it looks like you won. Now, is that the sassy cake she won? Or is the first drawing for the cake cozy? I guess I wasn't paying attention. Yay! Congratulations! Yes, and a cake cozy. I'm doing them both together. Okay. Very good. Most excellent. Well, Ellie, I don't know if you have Sherry's email, but you can send it to me if you want. My email should be available. Maybe I already put it in the description box. I'm not sure. All right. Wow, you are a giver too. It's really nice of you to do those things. Okay, her email's on her community page, so you can send her your address. Excellent. Well, that was a wonderful birthday surprise in honor of Sherry's birthday today. Thank you. Very nice. Well, guys, I am going to call it and let Sherry get back to her birthday celebration. She can run across the yard and give her mom a hug and a kiss from all of us. Nice seeing you too. Oh, well, I guess I didn't see you, but now I'll go watch one of your videos and I will see you. And then keep your eyes peeled, you guys, for the I'll get the first drawing going for August. All right, have a wonderful afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We'll talk later. Bye now.